Hi chat, welcome to another stream. How we all doing today? It is March 29th of 2026. It's a Sunday and we're back. We're back. It's been a bit since I've streamed. Because I was not here. I was in California. But we're back. The plan for today's stream is to finish the Jack tutorial, in theory, hopefully. We'll see. But before we do that, we're going to talk a little bit about why I was in California. Which is... Where is the thing that I want to show? Here it is. Copy image link. Which is that. I ran some races in California. With Mel, with Juicebox Hero. I ran the half marathon and the 5K, which you're not really supposed to do. I had to do some like cheesy shit to sign up by like changing the capitalization of my name so I wasn't the same person. But you'll notice here, let me make it bigger. You'll notice here the half marathon start is at 7 a.m. and the 5K is at 9 a.m. Which 2 hours 2-hour half marathon used to be my target. And so I had to finish it faster than that in order to be able to start the 5K with Mel. But it turns out I did really well. If we look for me, we can open up both of them. My 5K I was running with Mel, so this is you know, not my 5K time. My fastest 5K time is like 19:20, I think it is 19:20. So I'm a bit faster, a bit faster than this. But I was running with Mel, so this is what Mel ran. But for my half marathon, I set a new personal best by 11 seconds compared to the last half marathon that I ran, or the last my last personal best, which was almost exactly a year ago. But the half that I ran a year ago was a lot easier. This race is fucking tough, and I didn't realize it was tough going in because I didn't do my homework. But at about 2 miles into the race, there is a 250-foot hill that's just fucking straight up. And it's just like rolling hills up until that point, and then you see this hill and you're like, well, fuck me. I guess we're going up the hill. And then a mile later, you go down the hill, and I'm like, okay, great, we're done with hills. But as I'm going down the hill, I'm like, wait a minute. There's cones in the middle of this road. That means that what goes down must come up. I have to do this hill again, but in the other direction. And sure as shit, at like mile 5 or 6 or something, you have to do the 250-foot hill again. But after that, it's pretty flat, or at least downhill for the rest of it. But I wasn't ready for the hills. Well, I was not mentally prepared for the hills, but I did fine on them. The other thing is, according to my watch, I was watching my watch the whole time to like adjust my pace and figure out stuff, because I originally started with the 1 hour 40-minute pacer, which actually I'm really interested to know. Let's see, Oakland. I'll say hi to everyone in a second. We'll catch up on a chat in a second. 26 pacers. I'm really curious if the pacers actually met the pacing goal, because they were really far behind me. Pacers. Do they have the names of the pacers? Marathon pace team, please say the names. No. Fuck. I wanted to know. But I don't think they met the pace goal, which is kind of unusual for pacers. Like usually they're right on the money. But the race was like a little bit long. Like my watch said like 13.4 or something like that, 13.35 or something like that. But the crazy thing is, let's see if I can bring this up on Strava. The crazy thing is, like, I was watching my watch the entire time to like make sure that I was like on target with like trying to beat my PR. And coming into like mile 12-ish, what the fuck? No, I want, why? Coming to like mile 12-ish, I'm looking at my watch. I'm like, great, I'm 60 seconds ahead of my PR. Like, I'm doing well. I'm crushing this. Like, I'm not worried at all about not, you know, making my PR. And you know, continued the same pace that I was going at. And then like 0.3 miles from the finish, and I know like about where 0.3 miles from the finish is because I ran the 10K on the same course last year. About 0.3 miles from the finish, I'm like, oh shit, I have 0.3 to go. But my watch is already saying 13.05. Wait, why can I not find this on Strava? Oh, I need to click activities? Where the fuck is activities? Why do they keep moving the shit around? This is so annoying. What was the day of the race? The 21st. Whoa, what the fuck is this drop down? What is this? Where's the fucking activities page on Strava? Why do they keep moving this shit? My profile. I'm trying to find you the race so I can show you this thing. If I click there, does it do this? There we go. Okay, I found it finally. So with 0.3 miles to go, I'm looking at my watch and I'm like, I am not actually 60 seconds ahead. I am 14 seconds behind. And so if we look at this here, we look at my splits. Well, look at, you can see the pace here. This is like with 0.3 to go. And I'm like, fuck. And like, wow, for a little bit I sustained. There's no way that's right. A 3:48 per mile? I mean, I was sprinting. The 5:50 seems a little bit more accurate, but I was like about here. I realized, oh shit. I'm not going to PR on this race. I need to like kick it into high gear. And by God, did I kick it into high gear. And I made up 24 seconds in the last like 0.3. Oh yeah, you can see here, like 0.32, I was averaging a 5:57 pace. Like, oh man, I almost didn't PR and I would have been so mad. The thing is, Strava thinks this is my second fastest half because the last one I did was also kind of long. But yeah, those hills ain't shit. Crushed it. I was happy with this. I ran my race. Another thing that I wanted to show you. Wait, can I do this? Can I open this in another window? Wait. How do I do this? Oh, I can download it and then I can open it. Okay. Oh shit, does this? It's fine. I'm sure they're okay being shown on the stream. They work at Twitch, it's fine, whatever. Oh, where is this gonna open? Where is it gonna open? Panic? Why isn't it opening? Well, now I'm really confused. Oh, there it is. Okay, wait. So the backstory of this is Tofu, which is Mel's dog. And the lore is that I am Tofu's favorite person. But this is Danley, another one of Mel's friends, who is a top contender for Tofu's favorite person. And so we decided to test like who is Tofu's favorite person by having us both stand here and then run in the opposite directions and see who Tofu follows. And so this is the result of that. I don't think we need the audio. But Tofu's just laying on the ground here, and then we both sprint. And yeah, I won. Anyway, that was my California trip. Yeah, I think that's the real life lore stuff. Yeah, race. I go fast. Brr. But then, okay, the one annoying thing is last year the Oakland Marathon did custom medals for each distance, and so like the half marathon medal said half marathon. They didn't do that this year, and so it just fucking looks like I stole an extra medal. which is super annoying. I'm a little annoyed by that, but I guess the point of the race is to, you know, raise money for Oakland, so I shouldn't complain. But at the same time, I'm like, man, I did this gimmicky thing, and I can't even show off my gimmicky thing. But anyway, all right, let me say hi to everyone who's here, and then we will jump into things. First, we have to replay a notification from Koniggeist, who has resubbed at 58 months. Thank you for the continued support. It's good to see you again, and I hope you're doing well. I appreciate you stopping by, as always. And now let me catch up on... Oh, it's only 16 minutes of chat. That's not too bad. We can do this. Major Tanya was first and here early. Hello, hello. Mr. Swats, good to see you again. DDL says, uh-oh, Mr. Python goes for an AI hate speedrun. Yeah. Dota's here. Hello, hello. Oh man, they've gotten to him. The NVIDIA tweets have finally worked. Well, good thing I'm not on the hell site. Although we called it the hell site before it was the hell site. So I guess, you know, just became more of the hell site. Oramus, hello, hello. Pandoxer, good to see you again. Major Tanya says, remember chat, if you're not spending at least half of your pre-tax income on LLM tokens, Mr. Leather Jacket will be very upset with you. It's true, it's true. Also, this is not my API key, so if I leak it, I mean, I'll have to ping someone real quick and be like, rotate this shit. But we just won't leak it, right? Right, chat? Right, chat? Things said moments before disaster. James Boyan, hello, hello. Haven't been this early since before the lost 2020. Oh man, those were the days though. That was like peak programming streaming time. Man, 2020. That was a good year. It was a terrible year, but it was a good year in some ways. Mr. Swats says, hi, Anthong. Hello, hello. Good to see you again, Mr. Swats. Why did you say 50 details? What was the 50? Oh, the 50 stream streak. God damn. Major Tanya, holy shit. I mean, you got there. I gave you your VIP for 30, so you also earned it for 50. Holy shit. Woosa, hello, hello. Good to see you again. Tired Beaver says, are you back in the job market, Mr. Anthony? I did actually apply to a job the other day. How do I even find this? And I had the first interview, which went well. But is this the right one? Yeah. This is the right one. I applied to work at the Python Software Foundation as an infrastructure engineer, basically to run like PyPI, PyCon websites and other stuff, which I think I am fairly well qualified to do. And I think it would be really cool to work at the PSF and something that I could do with a clear conscience instead of shaving pennies off the dollar or taking advantage of slave labor or contributing to a planet-burning technology or, you know, advertising or crypto or, you know, any of the other. I'm a little annoyed that the Markdown didn't render here. They tried so hard. Wait, some of the Markdown rendered, but not this? Very strange. Anyway, should be cool. If I get the job, of course. Particularly Pythonic, hello, hello. Good to see you again. Dota says, did you learn about NVIDIA? I'm not sure I know. I mean, I know what NVIDIA is. Is there something else that I need to learn about? 13 miles is insane. Well, I'm planning to do a lot more than double that some point this year. I'm maybe going to run an ultra marathon. I haven't decided whether, well, no, I'm going to run an ultra marathon. Full stop. I'm deciding whether I'm doing 50 kilometers or 50 miles. Because 50 kilometers seems not that impressive compared to a marathon. 50 miles seems like a cool milestone. I didn't mean the pun. The pun was not intended, but that's a lot of races in one day. Yeah, I have not done multiple races in one day, but I mean the second one I was jogging, so it was kind of fine. Dota says sub 20 is impressive. Yeah, that was my goal for the year. My goal for the year was to run a sub 25K, And the first 5K I ran this year, I ran in 1956 or something like that. And I was like, well, fuck. It's February and I've already met my goal. Now I need to figure out something else. And then I ran a 1920 at the Shamrocks and Shenanigans, the St. Patrick's Day themed race. I was zooming. Although admittedly that race was probably a little short. But you know, is what it is. A new PB&J, hell yeah. Dota says down to the marathon in 3:15 or 3:20 or something. That's super fast. Can't tell if you're on pace for that. So I am running at the pace that would get me a 3:15 or 3:20 marathon. But I'm not sure that I can sustain that pace over the full distance. The last marathon that I ran, I sort of aimed for like an 8:50 pace, 8 minute 50 second per mile pace, which gets me to right around like a 3 hour 50-minute marathon. But I've gotten a lot stronger since then. I've gotten a lot. My running fitness has improved significantly, and that's just since October. But I've been upping my mileage and doing mostly just upping my mileage. I have also reached a running streak of let me open up my spreadsheet. Put in yesterday's miles. I think I only ran 3. I have run every day since December 16th. Well, let's not include, well, yeah. I was gonna say I've run 3 miles or more a day, but last year I let 2 miles count. So maybe we'll just say the streak doesn't start yet. But if you include from December 16th onwards, I've run every day for 100 days in a row. As of like 2 days ago. So yeah. It's going. Do you run often or no? Every fucking day. Holla Whedon boys. Hey Ormus says, do you think you'd ever take a race as a pacer? I would love to pace a race. I think I could actually do pretty well at pacing. I'm pretty good at staying consistent. I don't think I would pace the distance that, or like my like target time pace. I would probably pace something significantly slower so I can like make sure that I'm doing well through it. But yeah, I would love to pace a race. Tired Beaver says, have you ever ran a marathon before? I ran 2 marathons in 2 weeks last year. I ran a 3:58:57 and a 3:56:03 last year. But I kind of crashed on the second marathon. Like I was on pace to run 3:45 and then like fell apart and then pulled it back at the end. But Dota says, did you go full anaerobic? Probably in the finish section, but for most of the marathon, I was in like zone, like bouncing between zone 3, or the half marathon, the one I just ran. I was bouncing between zone 3 and zone 4. So not fully anaerobic, but the hills were definitely like, so before mile is insane. Yeah, I can't sustain that, but maybe in the 100-meter I could do that. Macabelon, hello. Thank you for the resub at 5 months in a row. Appreciate your continued support. Great to see you again, and I hope you're doing well. Robin says, wait, hold on, I work at Twitch. No, not me. The other person in the tofu running. So not me. But how you doing, Robin? Good to see you again. I hope you're doing well. Wusa says I would do the tofu test at least 3 times. Yeah, I was actually saying, like, as we were setting it up, I'm like, this is not very scientific. This is not scientific at all. This doesn't really prove anything, but we're like, it's too much work to make this, eliminate all the variables, so we'll do what we do. How did Mel do in the half marathon? She just did the 5K. She was trying to do sub 35 and she ran a 34:30. She was a little disappointed about that because she had run a faster 5K a couple weeks before. But the start, oh my God. The Oakland Marathon 5K was fucking chaotic. Pissed me off so much. I hate when people do this. At the race, there are corrals for your relative pace, and it's self-selecting. So you're supposed to be like, oh, I'm going to run an 11-minute pace, so I'm going to stand in the 11-minute one. Oh, I'm going to run a 9-minute pace. I'm going to stand in the 9-minute pace. Oh, I'm going to run a sub 20 5K. I'm going to go stand with the 6-minute people. Like, you're supposed to self-select. And Mel was like, okay, you know, I'm aiming to run a 10:30 pace, so I'm going to stand between the 10-minute and 11-minute mile, which is fine. That's exactly what you should do. But what fucking pissed me off is there were people from like the 9-minute pace that were walking. They were walking. And so we spent like the first half mile of the 5K just dodging people, and like ended up using like twice as much distance and a whole bunch of extra effort, and you spend all of your energy going, you know, orthogonal to where you want to go. Like, it was not great. It was not a great start. But people need to fucking follow the directions. They're so clear. It's so easy. But anyway. Exonity, hello, good to see you again. Robin says, also hi, Anthony. Hello, Robin. Sure, Anthony. Or is it Anthony? Lowercase Anthony? Yeah, exactly. My little casing trick worked. Grandpa's iPad. Thank you for the resub at 65 months. Missing you too, Grandpa's iPad. I need to stream some more. I've been slacking. I've been slacking on my streams. But in theory, and I actually talked about this in my interview. Where's the fucking tab? What? Oh, was it in Firefox? Yeah. Okay. We got there eventually. In theory, and I actually asked about this. Well, I didn't ask about this. The interviewer asked me about this. They were like, yeah, if you get this job, are you going to stream it? I was like, hell yeah. If I can get away with streaming it, of course. So potentially we get a lot more streams out of this chat if this happens, which will be cool. But anyway, Jove in the oven says hi, bro. Hello. I feel like your name is familiar, but I feel like you haven't been here forever. Let's see. Oh, 3 chat messages. Yeah, last time in 2025. It's like that name sounds so familiar. Welcome back. Kilobyte, how's it going? Happy Sunday to you as well. Wraith Within, hello. Yeah, I could do that job. I'm kidding. Kramer SV, hello. How's it going? What the fuck? Macaplon, thank you for the gifted subs. Welcome to Subdom, Kramer SV, QA Boo, Mr. Swats, Moomy Jamala, Strange Sorcerer, Rollers, a bunch of familiar names in here. Great. Art Kilmore, Mocha Tech Plays, The Endless River, and JJMC. Also, Twitch, like, really hitting the regulars there. Good job, Twitch. Your algorithm's working. Diff AKN, welcome. Hello. Will I be using Rust at the PSF? If that's what's needed to do the job, potentially, but I think most of it is normal Python infrastructure stuff. Is this remote? Yeah, it kind of has to be remote. I'm not moving. I'm not moving. Does it use to level low? Welcome. 50 miles in one go? Yeah, it would be a run for like 8 fucking hours. But yeah. Beldavis, hello. How's it going? Wusa says, will you rework on the pimp alternative in Rust after the acquisition thing? I have decided that I'm not going to pursue that project anymore. Even though I got the proof of concept working, there's no incentive for me to fix it. There's no incentive for me to finish it. I do think there's some small improvements to Python itself that I can push via that, which will be useful. But I also haven't pursued any of those either. Holla Weedham Boy says, Anthony Mofara writes code. Who is that? I don't know who that is. We're gonna look him up. British long distance runner. Well, they're gonna be significantly more cracked than I am. I'm like 10th percentile, where the small number is better. I'm not you know, an elite runner by any way, shape, or form. But yeah. Dota says, you aren't doing a running plan, kind of surprised. Yeah, I did last year. Right now I'm mostly just like trying to maintain mileage. So beyond the like run 3 miles a day, I don't really have a plan. I kind of vaguely do long runs on the weekends. Like you can see like longer runs here. I'm vaguely doing climbing is cross training. Oh, I forgot to put climbing in on Friday. Oh, and I did climbing here as well. Right, just gotta fill up my cross training and marathon and race pace timing sides here. But yeah, I'm not doing a plan yet. I will be picking a plan when I actually decide which race I'm doing, and then filling out. I don't even remember which column it is. Is it this column for the goal? Yeah. So if I put the numbers in this column and I don't meet the goal, then I get different colors. Yeah, so like meeting the goal is normal green, otherwise it's dark green, but I will be putting a plan in my sheet when I get there, but not yet. Okay, what is this word, Dota? Because it sounds funny. Fartlek, Swedish for speed workout. Oh yeah, I have been doing a few speed workouts. I've never really done them, so I've only done like 3 or 4. But I mostly do speed workouts when my actual running friend is like, hey, let's go running. You want to do a speed workout? I'm like, fuck it, let's do it. Okay. But yeah, I will at some point. Ty Beaver says, how do you prevent shin splints? So for me, I used to get shin splints occasionally when I was overtraining and like not like putting on too much mileage too quickly. But since I'm mostly maintaining right now, it's been fine. It was also a factor of shoes before. Like I switched shoes and it made a huge difference in my shin pain. I'm currently running in Ultra Via 2s, which I love. That I tried these at a demo run and I fucking love them. They're so nice. Specifically, like one of Ultra's gimmicks is like the shoe is shaped to like have a very wide toe box for people that have wide feet. I'm not showing you my feet. But these fit my feet so well. I'm really happy with them. But anyway, so some of it's shoes, some of it's training, some of it's not doing too many miles too quickly. Oh, I closed the tab that I needed. I need this tab and I need this tab. But yeah. Dota says, I had terrible shin splints in my teens back when I ran a bunch. Wear new shoes. Yeah, exactly. Ormus says, running every day, do you not have calluses on your feet or your legs ache all the time? For me, it's like the more running that I do, the quicker my recovery is. I do have calluses in like a few weird places. Like my 4th toe and the inside of my right heel, which is kind of weird. But I actually have like fewer foot calluses than on my previous shoes, but I was also getting blisters with those, so yeah, it is what it is. Holiday Weedham Boy says, do you wear Brooks or Hoka's or something else? Yes, I have just answered that one. Perfect. Kegsit's here. Hello. Bang, login. What? We was racing here. It's true. Kegsit says we need a daily check and redeem or command. Oh, yeah. So you're into AI, you forgot about us real humans? Well, I mean, no. What about the 2D waifus? Yeah, work streams would return, which would be cool. Strange Source says, wait, what? Anthong is going to work for Python if I get the job. Then yeah. So, if there's an if there. But yeah. Slender C says it's hard to imagine a person more qualified than you for that job. Yeah, I'm admittedly probably a little significantly overqualified. So yeah. Well, you know. Oh, there is actually a check-in command, Kegsit, I think. This one? Yeah. You just say, oh, hi, and it'll say, oh, hi, back to you. That's as close as you're going to get, right? That's basically what you want. Yeah, but there's no currency? Oh, okay. Fair enough. Yos. JJMC, hello, how's it going? Mr. Swat says, we used blocked word at work and I hate it so much. Yeah, same. Major Tanya says, so we can blame you when PyPI is down? Yes, unless it's not my fault and it's instead, fucking what's that CDN provider? Not Cloudflare, not Akamai, not... They have a red logo. Red logo CDN provider. Fastly. It's Fastly. Do they have a red logo? Yeah, okay. I'm not tripping. Okay. Fastly. That's who you would blame, because I'm pretty sure PyPI is backed by Fastly. Anthong is so far back in the chat log. We're only 6 minutes behind. We're catching up. Kegs, it's on a 7-stream streak. At least it's no longer a 6-stream streak. Yeah. Major Tanya says, Anthong racing. Meanwhile, my legs turned to jelly after a 3-kilometer bike ride against the wind. You can do better than that, Major Tanya. I believe. No feet. Why not? Yeah, exactly. Kegs says, I didn't see the pic with Mel. Okay, one sec. I get Juice Bunk's photo again. This one. Copy image link. Look at us. Wow. Hooray. Can you at least show your meters, if not your feet? Hey, what's up, Mumi Jamala? You know, I'll show you some meters. Sure, just holding on for dear life. Kind of true. It's kind of true. We just need Wolford to show up now, right? I didn't know Anthonk was into AI. Anthonk isn't into AI. Anthonk is in a trouble with his 2 AI girlfriends. You know, such is life, right? Arturo Pathonic says, what was interviewing for the PSF? I feel like some word is missing in this. I don't know what you mean here. You want gambling, true. Fastly, I get their challenge all the time. Ah, we got there, yeah. Bunny.net is the bestest CDN. Is that even is that true? Casey says, how well did she run? Well, she met her target time, but she was disappointed. So I think like not right. What was interviewing for the PSF like? Well, this first one was just like an introductory interview. So it was just like, you know, here's what the position is like. Here's like some questions about some stuff that you should know. What do you think of this? What do you think of that? Basically just simple question. But it was kind of cool. If I get the job, I will tell you more about the first interview, because there's actually some like kind of cool stuff that came out of it, but I don't think I can talk about it until I get the job. Yeah. So anyway, Steve Bandito says, hello, welcome back. Good to see you again. I hope you're doing well. Okay, we're gonna do one more thing before we talk about this AI whatever the fuck that we're doing today, which is open source since last time. I was looking at the runner image Docker file, I think during my class, the class that I'm teaching at the university, and I noticed that I had forgotten to change the default Python version from 3.12 to 3.14, which I had planned to do at some point, but just it slipped my mind and I just never ended up doing it. And so I did that. Also, I can probably update this URL now that I think about it. But I did that and I was like, oh cool, we'll upgrade to 3.14. Everything will be fine. And unfortunately, broke well, what is this redirect.github.com thing? That's new. Did GitHub finally move their external links to well, these aren't even external links, they're internal links. Huh. Maybe they finally wanted to get stats on this. It's kind of strange. Makes sense. Good luck with the interviews. Do you know how many interviews are left? My guess, so from what I've been told the process is like, is I've done the introductory interview. I think there's a panel interview and an HR interview left. But I'm not sure. I don't super know. But I think the answer is not very many. Like the PSF is actually a very small organization. There's not many developers, and there's not many people in general. I mean, it's a small nonprofit. Like that's kind of how those things go. So I don't expect the interview process to be long and complicated. Bugle Cook, hello. It's been a while. Good to see you again. Slender SC says, do you still get nervous during interviews? I don't think I've ever really gotten nervous during interviews. I think most of the times I'm just there to like hang out and chat and like, you know, I think, well, streaming has also helped a lot because I basically can just like easily come up with quick answers to questions over and over and like very, very thoroughly explain my thought process and like walk through stuff and talk about all the things that I'm thinking about. And I've never really gotten super nervous for interviews. I guess I got nervous for I got nervous for one interview. I got nervous for one interview a very, very long time ago when I was in school. But it was more because the interviewer was like aggressively flirting with me the whole time, and I'm like, this is weird. I feel like this isn't how these are supposed to go. But yeah, I don't really get nervous for interviews, but it wasn't like like unwelcome flirting. It was just like, this is weird. I'm not comfortable for not the reason that I expect. Like I was like, I'm applying for a job. Why is this happening? But it was fine. It was fine. But anyway, back to this. So I upgraded Python, and it turns out there's a bug in Python's multiprocessing. If the command has a long list of arguments, then multiprocessing pool cannot start, which is just wild. Let's see, how can I show this? Import multiprocessing dot pool. I think I have to do with pass. Oh, right. Okay, so then I can do like yes, head, some large number, xargs, bang bang? Yeah. So we can probably pick a smaller number here. Okay, so that succeeds, order magnitude bigger, yeah. So with large numbers of arguments, multiprocessing pool fails to start in 3.14.3. I think if I do 3.12 here, it's fine. Yeah, so 3.12 is fine. There's just like a regression here. And it's a little bit old. Like it's kind of, it was found months ago. Hopefully they fix it by the next patch release, but oh, this is funny. They did kind of the same idea that I did, except they were more specific on picking the exact math here, where I was just like, yes, head, Gober. But yeah, the same broken pipe error that they got here. So anyway, Precommit finds yet another bug in Python. But yeah, just they noticed that this broke, and I was like, well, that's fucking annoying, so I'll roll it back. So I rolled it back. But yeah. Grimace iPad says, has your view on AI changed at all now that you're using it more? I think I'm more and more like spooked by some of the stuff it gets right than I was before. Like there's definitely been a lot of times, like I'm forced to use it at work, and that's kind of the only place that I use it right now. Sometimes it does stuff that I'm like, how did it possibly know this context? But then, you know, every other time I use it, it gives me just some complete hallucinated fucking nonsense, and I am, you know, violently wrenched back into reality that this is just a, you know, extremely fancy Markov chain in a trench coat. As it gives me fucking nonsense. And that's not even to mention like the environmental impact. Like that part hasn't changed at all. And so it's really hard for me to change my view given the environmental impact. But yeah, not to mention like the the ability to quickly spread misinformation, the confidently wrong problem, the, you know, Gen Z using, or Gen Alpha and Gen Z using it as a therapist. Like there's all sorts of ancillary problems that I don't think are really changing in AI. And so it's not for me, like, even if it were, you know, like 90% good at doing what I ask it to do, I don't think it would much change my opinion on the overall technology. Unless I somehow drastically find a solution to the power consumption and water consumption, et cetera, but yeah, anyway. Spyro, thank you. Thank you for the resub at 38 months with Prime. I personally have never been confidently wrong. I'm sure of it. I mean, I've definitely been confidently wrong, but it's not, I mean, maybe it's my default state, but it's the only state for the LLMs from what I've seen. And God, there's like, it would be less annoying to use if they actually obeyed what I told them to do. Like I have this, and well, it fucking pisses me off that everything you have to feed to them is like a goddamn markdown file. But like I have a markdown file that's like, never run git commit, never run git rebase without this argument. If the editor opens, it's not Vim. Like I have to tell it all of these things, and it just fucking, it runs git commit, and I'm like, God fucking damn it, piece of shit. Told you not to. Larissa Day, thank you for the sub with Prime at 3 months, which gets you a fancy new badge. I appreciate your support. I hope you're doing well. And good to see you. But yeah, it's yeah, I wish it was better. I mean, I wish it was better, but at the same time, like, I am not, the technology is, it's both not there and not sustainable in its current approach. But anyway. Steve Benito says, I haven't actually gone completely through a job interview process since I got my first job. The rest have just been referrals where I knew people important enough to let me skip the process. Ah, nice. Mr. Swat says, spoiler for next week's video. Well, they haven't even scheduled the second round interview yet, so I can't, no spoilers there yet. I think next week's video is honestly going to be, me trying to figure out why the fuck this prints twice. Because as a YouTube commenter helpfully pointed out on my most recent video, and I think someone also mentioned this on the Discord too. Where is it? I think I scrolled too far. I definitely scrolled too far. Where is this comment? Oh yeah, here we go. I love that you were surprised by the double import in the video from 4 years ago. Did some poking around, found nothing, and decided to ignore it. Now's the time to do a follow-up. Yeah, because I ran into exactly the same wacky double behavior in this video, and I was like, that's fucking weird. That doesn't seem right. But apparently in my first video on path files, the same thing happened. So there's something going wrong in Python here. I think it's mostly harmless, but it definitely could be fixed. And it definitely, like, surely it impacts startup time. Like my guess, without knowing any better, is site.addSitedir is being called twice for virtual environments, or whatever the actual name of this function is. I forget the specific name. I think it's addSitedir. My guess is this is getting called twice, which is causing path files to run twice, which could impact startup. But I think there's also other side effects of addSitedir that are a little fucky. So that's my guess, but I'll figure it out and then make a video about it. Python 4 will be vibe coded. Let's fucking piss. What is that? What is that email or emote? Tab error, thank you for the follow. Welcome. I hope you're doing well. Gen Z going to therapy instead of organizing politically. Well, I don't even know that they're going to therapy. They're going to ChatGPT to get therapy. You're absolutely right. It's not just hallucinating, it's destroying simple social capabilities. You're absolutely right. Steve Indita says the story talking about Sam Altman trying to gaslight Dario and Daniela Amadei, I don't know who that is, When they both still work at OpenAI was pretty insane. Same as the embodiment of chaotic bad. Yeah. 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 Chaotic evil. First hype train. We occasionally have them. Although I don't even think we got to level 2 on this one, but it is what it is. It's fine. It's fine. Kegza says something wrong with Python. No way, right? Pit4an says, Anthony code, what model are you using? I don't fucking know, man. We haven't even started the actual thing that I'm supposed to get through today. We're 50 minutes in. We'll get there. We'll get there. Are all the PTH files you'll accumulate idempotent? Not necessarily. Like I know the ones I've written aren't. I mean, they are, but they still perform the side effect. Model? He's not a VTuber. Steve Bandito. He also used a banned word. Let's fucking piss is this emote. What? What the fuck? Okay. Oh, they're the Anthropic founders. I see. Cool. All right. Anyway, let's jump into this. So I've been told that this tutorial has been rearranged since last time we did it. So we're gonna try and speed run through the early portions. I know some of the stuff that I have grumbled about has been fixed. Video in 2 weeks. I have Python interpreter startup. There is actually something that I do want to improve in Python, specifically on Windows though. Do I have a modern Python here? I have 3.12. That's the newest Python I have. I think I can show it with 3.12 also. So let's make this bigger. So if I, Python version? Python VM VF. So this is kind of an old version of 3.12, but it'll still demonstrate the problem just the same. How do I show this? I think I can just do it. I need another command prompt too. Do I have PS? I do. Do I have PS tree? I do not. That's fine. So if you run python.exe here, fuck. How do I? Can I implement PS tree using psutil? I think I can. Okay. Fucking, I'm not gonna show this. I'm just gonna tell you what happens because it's going to be too much time to make this fucking demo. When you have a virtual env on Windows, so like VM scripts python.exe, I guess you can kind of see it. So if we look at the size of this Python executable here, it's really small, 264K. Whereas the actual binary in the root of the repo, C python.exe. Oh, this is also a shim executable. But trust. Anyway, you can see the sizes are different. That's how this works. If I look as well at the scripts, if we look at this pip.exe, it's also a shim executable. So you have these shim executables and scripts pip.exe. And so what happens when you call pip.exe in a virtual environment, what it actually does is it makes the first process, which is VM scripts pip.exe. What this executable does is it looks for a python.exe next to it and then calls that. So this will call VM scripts python.exe. Oh, we need a little plus at the beginning. This will call VM scripts python.exe VM scripts pip.exe. And then what this Python executable does is it calls the original location. So you then get VM or C Python 312 python.exe. With a I want to say it's what is the environment variable? It's some Python something or other. The full path to Python, and then this, and then VM scripts pip.exe. So there's every time you run a binary in a virtual environment on Windows, it actually spawns 3 processes. It's not Python bin. It's, let me find the fucking PyVM launcher. This is the environment variable it sets. PyVM launcher. This fucking cursed ass thing. This is how this shell executable finds the original virtual environment and bootstraps the site packages on Windows. It also bootstraps it for framework Pythons on macOS, which also work the same way here. They don't have this 3-level nesting, they have a 2-level nesting, but it works the same way. Anyway, my entire fucking point of this is this little shim executable here technically could do the same work that this shim executable does and just skip this entire process. So right now, every Python process that you start on Windows is one subprocess wasteful. It makes a whole new process and it keeps it around for the entire duration of the script that you run. And so this should just be able to directly spawn this thing here. And skip this whole second step thing, which would make the startup of every single executable on Windows a little bit faster and a little bit less wasteful. The other thing is starting processes on Windows is really, really expensive. It's pretty expensive in general on any operating system, but Windows, for whatever fucking reason, starting a process takes for goddamn forever. But anyway, that's this. I don't even know how I got here, but this is something that I want to improve at some point. And I actually wrote a little shim that does this properly, but it will probably never see the light of day. But anyway, I will probably just make an issue and be like, yo, this is a problem that can be fixed. Oh, right. I remember I have to do some fucking bullshit here. I have to save it as a bitmap, and I have a bitmap on my desktop that I just overwrite every time. And then I can copy the selection and it will be not transparent to post in the AWC Paint Discord channel. Yes. Yes. Windows is the worst? Yeah. You don't have the new Py installer? No, I don't. No. I just use the time to jack off. Yeah, exactly. So speaking of that, the professors are organizing a hackathon, a local hackathon. And internally, we've all been calling it the Jackathon. Which, yeah. We'll see how, what the fuck? Well, didn't do it a second time. My water made a weird fizzy noise when I set it down. I didn't know what that was about. I'm praying for y'all to call the compiler some variation of goon. Did I tell you I had to explain the concept of gooning to someone recently? It's like, how do I put this into words that you're going to understand without also using another word I'm going to have to explain if you don't know what gooning means? We all jack together. That would drive attendance, surely. Yeah, a lot of people have signed up for the Jackathon so far. S1 Cube, thank you for the resub at 59 months. Close to 5 bang. It's true. You are close to 5 bang. One more month and you're there. if I'm remembering correctly, that 5 factorial is 60. But yeah. Hello, it's good to see you again. I hope you're doing well. We're gonna try and speed run through the first part of this again, because it apparently changed since last time. And we've got our little secrets in this file, so don't let me show this file on stream, because it's not even my credentials. But let's fucking go, baby. All right. I know that we need to install Jaceki, and you'll notice you'll notice a little package in here. A spooky little package in here, chat. Cheddev says, wow. No, I'm not saying that, Cheddev. Absolutely fucking not. Nice try, though, Cheddev. Nice try there. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you again. I hope you're doing well. Concern? Yeah, exactly. 5 bang is 120? Aw, shit. God damn it. S1 cube, you led me astray. S1 cube says, partner sub 2 half today. Oh, that's awesome. Wait, that's awesome. That's really good. Shut up, Watch. It's telling me I need to get up and go for a walk. I don't know how to turn it off. It's really annoying. Sometimes I'll be sitting for too long and it'll be like, you've been sitting for too long. And I'm like, fuck off. Let me live my life. So close, yeah. Mr. Strauss says, gotta go have a PyCon meeting. Awesome. Sounds good. Sounds good. Thank you for stopping by. It's good to see you as always. But yeah. Apparently some of the other devs on this project got all of their credentials stolen, had to rotate everything. Fortunately not me though, but my god, does this install so many things. Amazing. 0.5 gigabyte. We're cooking, chat. Why is it even so large? What the fuck is in there that's so big? Oh, LVM, that would do it. And cursed package. Why is this so big? I know, I'm just making jank version of NCDU. Oh, vendor. What the fuck is in vendor? Oh, typeshed. Right. I forgot about typeshed. Why is Kubernetes installed? Anyway. Okay. All right. Step 1, we installed. We're gonna try and speed run through the first sections because we've already done them, but they've changed. I have already done this. It's in that little env file. Part 1, first lines of Jack. Let's just make sure this shit works again. Are the semicolons required yet? Oh, it's back to requiring semicolons, and the error messages are aggressively colored. Apparently there's a way to fix them. Is it this library? Oh, it's Jack Super, not Sugar. Oops. Uninstall. Does this make the colors less aggressive? Yeah, okay. This is much better. I think this is absurd. This is way too much color. But I do think this could improve by just having a bold here. Also, yes, my cursor is still off because of the kernel bug. So like this is the bottom of the window. There. See? It's super annoying. But I'm just dealing. In what world is LVM ever light? Yeah. Oh no, that's LLM light. Wait, no, it is LLVM light. Yeah, I don't fucking know. Ivan, hello, welcome back. How's it going? Hello world, who are you? True. Who the fuck am I? So apparently that got fixed since last time. The other thing that got fixed since last time is this. This should be an error now. And clearly it is. What's the error? Oh no. Oh, I was told this got better. This is worse. Why did it run it and also do this? Does it do it the second time? Oh my god, it doesn't. Does it at least go to standard error? No. Well, that's not good. What's the error? It should never cache an error and allow it to succeed. And this should be on standard error. There's like 3 problems in one here. Because you'll see that this diagnostic message polluted the actual application's output. Well, they'll be watching this video, so hopefully they'll fix this thing. What the fuck? What is the actual error though? I think there's like a check. The error is supposed to be that I didn't have a type annotation. Well, now I see 3 errors. Yeah, parameter is missing a type annotation. No overload for method mul with the given arguments. Well, what are the arguments? And missing return annotation. This one should tell me what the arguments are. Here's another thing to fix. This should tell me what the types of the both sides are, so that you can better understand what's going on here. That's what my pipe will do. Okay, anyway, this is supposed to be int to int. And now it should be happy. And I suspect now if I run it, well, it didn't print the weird diagnostic thing again. I don't know what's going on there. 1 error? What is it? Fuck you, 1 error? Yeah, exactly. The error must be hello, hello world. Clearly, yeah. You already saw the error. Why would I show it again? I don't think it even showed me the error. Like, the error is supposed to be that I missed a type annotation. But there should have been 2 errors. And it should have halted the pipeline there, but I fucking know, man. I don't know. But anyway, that was some of the things that I asked to get fixed, and I guess this at least got fixed, but not the other one. Why with entry, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, they didn't rewrite this section, which I was like, you probably shouldn't recommend this, because otherwise people and LLMs will write this nonsense, and you just never want to do this. You should only use a variable annotation when the compiler is yelling at you, because it doesn't know. Block comments, functions, yeah. Arrow none is optional, which seems a choice. I mean, Pyrite's the same way though. I feel like the syntax highlighting changed here. No, it's the same up here. Okay. Their custom switch, which has a syntax highlighting bug. Does it fuck up in the editor too? Is this specific to this? Oh, it looks correct here. Oh, we should check if the grammar is updated again, because I know the grammar changed. Pip install CSON. Oh my god, the cursor thing. Update only this. Oh, it did get an update. Damn. Damn. Download. Seesaw on these jacks? Yeah, exactly. All right. Make sure we're on the latest version of this grammar so that it actually renders how we expect. Should have done this before the stream. Oh well. Oh no. Let me click on the link. There we go. MDS Ubuntu, hello. How's it going? Good to see you again. Do the thing. Oh, do I not have auto merge in this repo? I guess not. We'll just wait a little bit then. And continue scrolling through this guy. Yeah, it's weird that this highlight's weird in the docs. I wonder why. Can I view this page in the docs? There's a button for it somewhere. But I don't remember. I want to say it's like really hidden somewhere. Maybe I'll just clone the repo instead. Get ls files grep AI planner? Day planner? This one. No, it has the right language here. Weird. Okay, anyway. Seems right, but wrong. Merge, and then grammar's bump patch. Patch? Because we're in super cowards versioning there. Token paste. This looks right. I think Babby's up to date already, so shouldn't have to do anything there. But we upgraded. Okay, cool. We're on the latest version now. Sick. Okay, this I don't think changed. This did change. Yeah. Did they demo the new thing that's here? No. Okay, so last time we complained about static method. Why is static a keyword? Oh, well, spoilers. And class method not working? We complain about those not working? Oh, right. The fucking import syntax. I don't remember the import syntax. It's annoying that it's different. Import from typing self, I guess. Yeah. So this was broken before. I think it's still broken, but let's see if we get a better error message now. Of course, we gotta fucking add semicolons in a bunch of places. It's not actually gonna type check, right? Oh, see, we got the error message here and it didn't let it proceed. Okay, yeah, so this is still broken. This is still broken and still gives a poor error message. It should give a better error message for those coming from Python. But apparently the fix for this is now to say static and class. that doesn't highlight correctly, so I don't know if this is right. Duplicate argument clis. Right. Why does it point at this line? That's not right. Is clis implicit? Yes, clis is implicit. Okay, so anyway, these got added. It looks like the highlighting is wrong here, so there's another thing to fix. You just keep finding things that are subtly broken, but that's why we're doing this. We're running through it to figure out what's wrong and then improve it. ChatDev says, "Ooh, look at those fingers work," with the flirt emote. Nice. Okay. Yeah, I think none of this is different now. Modeling data with nodes. I was told this got rearranged. Maybe this is still in the same order. Yeah. I still mentioned I don't like the syntax. I would like one has per line. This comma stuff was always irked me in like C++ as being weird. So I don't know why it's being pushed here, but anyway, node is same as omj. What is this JID thing? This is new. Every node automatically gets a unique identifier from the runtime, accessible via JID node. That's new. When did that change? Or at least it's new to me. I was not there, I think, last time we did this. JID. Is it new? Featured JID. Oh, it was changed in the tutorial, I see. Interesting. Interesting. 69 issues. Nice. It's true. It's true. It's true. What happens if you call JID on not a node? Error, int object has no attribute double under jack. Is that compiler error? No, it's a runtime error, but it has a weird stack trace. What the fuck? I don't know what the syntax is here. It's just a normal fucking attribute error. Why does it print this weird stack trace? That's super weird. I expected to just print a normal... Well, actually, I guess I've never seen what happens when you just crash an app. Like, what if we just raise ass here? Maybe put it inside F? Oh, I guess it always does the custom stack trace. I guess I've just never seen the custom stack trace? Weird. Okay. So I think there's an opportunity here to improve the error message. We don't need to raise ass anymore. There's an opportunity to improve the error message here because this is like actually there's two problems here. Like this should show the line number of the code. because this error on its own is really hard to understand what actually happened. Actually, it looks like the module scope, the entry scope is not given the pretty stack trace treatment at all. It's probably a different bug, or probably it's the bug that's the reason why this is one, unreadable, but also this is nonsense to people. Like this should probably mention like you called JID on something that's not a node. What happens if you call it on an obj? Do you get a JID, or do only nodes get JIDs? E Fleming 969, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're doing well. Iconohack says, is it just me or is the syntax is basically Scala? It's Python with curly braces is probably what I would say. Oh. It does get a JID. Why does node get JID? I've learned that there's a jack to pi. So obj does JID things? That seems weird. Jack lang, jack 0 core, jack lib. Not jack, of course. Import archetype as obj. Oh my fucking god. I hate when I hate this. Just fucking export the original shit. Just use an absolute import. This to me just always feels so lazy. So it's not actually from constructs, it's from archetype. Class obj. Or no, it's class archetype? Did I miss a redirection here as well? No, it's just archetype. Well, that's fucking meta as hell. So archetype itself is an archetype. How does that even work? It's a subclass of itself? That can't be right. What? But it uses the obj syntax. How does this... How do you work? Also, how does this work? There's no implementation on any of these. Oh, I guess it's probably implemented in the fucking impl file. I also don't like that you can't just git grep. Yeah, actually, this is kind of a... This is like a really minor but really annoying design flaw. In that, one thing that's kind of nice about Python is if you know it's a function, you can just like... You can git grep for def and then dot star and then the function name, and usually you'll land in the right place. But here, because there's two ways to make a function, either with impl or with def, it makes it harder to grep for this. Kind of minor, but kind of, in my opinion, kind of annoying. Anchor archetype equals self. So we got to look at this anchor. Obj anchor probably. Has archetype. So it's a generic? Because this is a type var. Or no, wait. Is it a type var? No, that's this thing. It's really annoying to have to bounce between the implementation. And I guess this is a keyword, so this is a keyword escape. Why does it need getAtter? Archetype in self.doubleUnderDict. What happened to RAII? Why would you make an object that... Anchor.makeStub. What the fuck is this? This feels weird. This makes me suspicious. What are the wacky backticks about? I think it's that Jack doesn't have soft keywords, and so you have to escape keyword named things if you want them to be keyword named. So like, why the fuck is getAtter implemented? Oh, because it's lazily evaluated? What does populate do? Retrieves the context and tries to get the... This seems like a pretty destructive operation to be in a public function. Also, it should probably check if it's populated before recalling this. Also, this isn't thread safe. And this feels like something that would need to be thread safe. Also, it doesn't clear double interdict. So there's like 4 problems here. I don't even know what this function does, but there's like 4 problems here. I don't understand this thing. That's okay, I guess. The syntax is weird. Why would you write it like that? I would write it like this. Is it required to write it that way in Jack? No? So why did they write it like this then? Weird. Also, the highlighting changes based on whether I put parentheses there or not. Is that blue? It is. Weird. Weird. Okay, anyway. This just feels like a mistake. I wonder... Yeah, it uses this pattern all over the place. Huh. What if we search for dict and then not open parentheses? Wow. Oh, I forgot the plus. Not open parentheses and not square bracket. What do you mean? Not close square bracket? Yeah. So they're very consistent about using this pattern. But I don't know why, because it doesn't seem to be necessary. What the fuck is this syntax? What does that syntax do? Keyword names now use a backtick prefix instead of angle bracket prefix. Oh, so this is just the same. This is just the same keyword escaper, but the old version of it? That's kind of funky. Breaking changes. Does it still support the old one? Unexpected end of JSX context. What the fuck? Does it have to be a keyword? What happened here? Yeah. So this syntax is just gone, I guess. So anything that's not in the release notes should not mention this at all. Although, what is this? Somehow I feel like we're not progressing towards the AI tutorial and instead going down a rabbit hole. Is this an anonymous JSX element? Is that a thing? I've not written enough JSX to know. One of you React heads, what is this? Is this a thing? It looks like it's a thing. An empty DOM fragment? Is that a thing? Anonymous DOM fragment JSX. Fishy's kiss. These docs are old and won't be updated. Okay, I don't care. Okay, yeah, it is a thing. You used to do react.fragment, but you can leave that out and just use empty tags. Interesting. Cool. Okay. Good to know, I guess. So this one is a correct usage of this thing. And I'm guessing this is as well. But this one is just wrong. And I guess it's only one, so we'll just fix it. But I don't even think list is a keyword. So why does this need to be escaped? Like, can I just name a variable list? Yeah. This doesn't even need to be escaped. Oh, I hate when people do this, like, fucking line up the comments thing. Because they're always wrong. Oh, this isn't going to be that helpful. I guess I would need not this. Which still is more things than I want. How many search on my results there? I'm not searching through all those. Maybe also not Squacket too? And not dot. There's actual cases in here though, and here. So, but for why? Why is it done the way that it is done? It is done that way in a lot of places. I feel like all of these are a mistake. Let's see if I can find these. Yeah. Those are all mistakes. Because this works fine. Presumably. Although there was a thing here. Linux good. No, it's just a update release note thing. Yeah. List is not a keyword, so does list still refer to the built-in if you use tick list for your own variable? Good question. I would assume that this is a no-op. I would assume this still prints 1. Yeah. I assume this also still prints 1. So like you can, I guess, choose to decorate your variable as much as you want. Can you do multiple? No. Okay. What are the error messages here? Unexpected character. Yeah, I feel like it should just stop tokenizing there. Oh, nope, not what I wanted. Yeah, so I feel like tick on a name that's not a keyword should also be an error. Because otherwise someone's just going to assume that all fucking variables need this shit, and like, even though they don't. And it works, but it's nonsense. So I guess that's another thing to fix. And this should not have tick list at all. But let's just fix the one little documentation diff that we found here. Diff dash w. Outdated bracket syntax. Fix outdated syntax in docs. Limon Adchik says, why AI hater in the first place? If you don't know the answer to that, you haven't stuck around the channel long enough. But you've been here before. But what if a new version introduces a new keyword and you want to escape in the new version without breaking older version? Maybe? But like, then you would just put it on every variable because it might introduce a new, you know, we might get a self built-in or keyword or a, I don't fucking know. I think what should actually happen is the language should just be soft keywords, and then you don't need this, you don't need this shit at all. Like, you just know it based on context. Did I not change the branch name? Oh, right. We made it so you have to do it to a fork. So that people can't fuck shit up. Print hello world. I don't think you can escape printsies like that, but... Oops, I clicked this button. That's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. Merp, merp, merp. Oh, I forgot to get rid of this nonsense too. Hooray! Okay, anyway. Peeling back the stack a few. Maybe parentheses become a keyword at some point. Gotta be prepared, right? Right. Okay, there is shit that what did I do here? What rabbit hole did we start down? Oh, I was looking at JID. I was like, what the fuck is JID? And then I was reading the source, and then I was like, what the fuck is this? And what the fuck is that? Yeah. Anyway. The root node and the graph. Yes. Terrifying. Mega super mutable global. Do you think it's thread safe? I doubt it's thread safe. Those are just normal objects, blah blah blah. We kind of went through this already with the graph stuff. Yeah. And we grumbled about these filter comprehensions things as well. This feels like you shouldn't need to do that. Yeah. My basic assertion here is that, like, you shouldn't need this syntax. Oh, but it did get changed to square brackets. Wasn't it parentheses before? I want to say it was parentheses before, and now it's square brackets, which is a tiny improvement, but I still feel like... Yeah. Young dogs. What a fucking variable name. Jesus. Okay. Querying the graph. So we also established that this is a serialized list. So like, this is actually like build giant list and then build a sub list of it rather than an iterator, which would be better. But that, I don't think that changed. So, oh, let's actually run the fucking example so that we can show that. I forgot a curly at the end. 0 errors, 3 warnings. Well, what are the fucking warnings? I want to see the warnings. Bare root is deprecated. Use root pren instead. Wow. That one's annoying and not reflected in the docs. What's the reason for this change? Remove root as a language keyword. Make it an ambient built-in. The built-in module's lazy get-atter mechanism. Oh, what is fucking Does Jack have a Jack files have a different built-in module? How do I even find that? I guess I could ask what the does this tell me? Or what is your module name? jacklang.jack0core.runtime. Is that correct? No, I think that's just I don't see it in here. That's super weird. I mean, we definitely see JID and root and start CLI. Oh, and sys is there. That doesn't seem right. We didn't import sys. What the fuck? These are also. Oh wait, we made task. What's node? Yeah, node is just a random super global too. I feel like we leaked a namespace somewhere here. That's kind of a funky one. So if you accidentally... Oh, I have a funny idea. I have a funny idea. What if I do this? I think I have to say this. Yeah. That's a fun little bug. I'm not surprised this happens, but it shouldn't happen. This is definitely something worth fixing. What happens if you do glob sys equals 1? Like, what the fuck depends on sys happening? Oh, well, that makes sense down there, because we wrote that code, but... Weird. Yeah, these things being free functions is weird. Maybe we can find that in the code? That's weird. Maybe instead of start CLI, we look for JID? Also no? How do these things get shoved into here? Huh. What do you think start CLI does? What? It prints the Jack help message? That seems weird. That seems real weird. Okay. I'm gonna fill up my water. I will be right back. I am overdue for that. I will see you in a sec. Hello, hey Beck. Okay, let's actually try and get some shit done here. Yeah. Deleting nodes. This still is so weird to me. But I figured out how it worked. It's still I don't like it, but it's still oh, we need to be in the other one. The del keyword adds this code here. Pavan Kumar P, hello, welcome. Kegs, it says hi. Yeah, so this destroy is doing a lot of heavy lifting when you call the del keyword. Oh, hi is an emote normally? Oh, I see. Okay. Is it if I do this? Is the right screen? Yeah. Well, what the fuck happened? That's weird. This popped up when I pressed my screen switch button. Oh, it did it again. Well, I might as well make sure my clock is working again. Oh, it is. That's super weird. I don't even remember how this shit works. I'm pretty sure I have... Oh, where is it even? Maybe I don't have it cloned? I have custom firmware for this device. Is it on? This is just behind, so it must be on a different branch. My key map. Here we go. Oh, I'm gonna be really annoyed if it's now pressing a function key that has a custom key codes. Remember I thought this was funny? Because it is funny. F13 equals safe range. I don't know what that means. Okay, so I'm pressing the key that's this one. So what? ASF13. So does the F13 key open up the settings dialog? GNOME keyboard shortcuts, F13. This sounds like exactly the fucking shit that I'm doing. Something is translating all of the extra function keys into special keys. F13 is tools. We attempted to add an F13 shortcut using G settings, yet it still opened the settings. What the fuck? Okay, it says Alt-Shift F13. Is that a thing? This is the first time I've seen this, so I feel like something changed. It's a thing, but I don't think this is that. Is it GNOME? What the fuck? What the fuck? This person seems to have exactly the same problem that I'm having. But knows more or less about it, and it was from 5 years ago. If I put F13 in quotes, what is happening? Well, it's certainly a new one. Anyway, I will just ignore it. It's so weird. It's so fucking weird. I hate it so much. Okay, anyway. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that, but yeah, 2604 is coming out in a couple weeks. It's almost that time again, which is crazy. Yeah, so it taps on and off right control and then the key several times, and then it taps right control again. So it's not even ever really supposed to send F13 to the VM, but due to like lag or some shit, that's why it's written this way, because it's fucking weird. This is not right. I've changed my layout. This is the original layout. The comment is just wrong. This is probably correct. This is layer 2, but I don't use layer 2. I also don't think I installed the RGB mod. Anyway, ignoring that, because I guess it's not important. Let's continue onwards. Everyone ready to not migrate, right? DDL says, I've migrated in place since 2204. Wow. Oh, but you also run everything in Docker. That changes that risk profile a little bit. Oh, I'm exhausted. I was up too late last night. And the night before. And the night before that. Such is life, I guess. Okay, so we need to do this. With the fundamentals of Jack's syntax and graph data in place, you're now ready to build something practical. Well, maybe. I feel like this is going to do a whole lot. Error bun is required but not installed. Install bun now. I'm worried what this is going to do, so I'm going to do it in Docker first. I'm worried what this is going to do. Because I feel like it's just going to install it to my home directory, and I don't want that. That's some revenge bed procrastination. Have you taken your pills? I did take my pills. I took my pills last stream too. Let's try this again. So I'm just gonna say yes this time. Oh. Typo. Yes. What are you gonna do? Curl not found? Oh no. Oh no, what is it doing? That's not what I wanted. What? Called it! Wait, check equals false also? Why is there a timeout on curl dash dash version? Why is there a timeout on curl dash dash version? Also, surely this try is too broad. There should be a specific check here. Also, this this file not found error could be for sh also. Or bash? No, probably not bash. Also, this just screams this just screams LLM nonsense code here. Like, there's no reason to mutate os.environPath. Also, this doesn't work on Windows. Just fucking expand the path and call it. You know exactly where it's going to live. You don't need to set path. Yeah. I am correct to have been like, absolutely the fuck not. Run this for me. There's no reason to do this also. Like, just download the bun binary to a directory that you manage and just call bun. By you, I mean Jaceki. Jack should not install bun to your home directory. Super weird. Okay, anyway. Is trying to install Rust by curl bash so I can install bun? No, I think that's something else. That's something else. Oh. There is a bug in the grammar? Oops, not that one. S-string illegal multi-brace. Include impossible. Yeah. So this crashes? No? This file crashes. Let's see if we can find the line number where it crashes. Actually, we can do this better. Seek 110? Is that a thing? Is there a way to make seek jump? First increment last. 1, 10, 100. This isn't gonna help me. There's a Babby thing. It's hidden, I think. Fuck. Oh, there's like a syntax test thing. Fucking, I don't remember what it is. So we'll just read the code then. It's a secret option. Oh, am I not remembering this correctly? There used to be a way to just tell Babby to highlight a file. Oh, Babby TextMate demo. Which is not on the path by default. Actually, that must be so annoying for anyone who would actually use this in tab complete. Anyway, we can see when it crashes by calling this on the file. It does not get very far. So we can find this. By doing this, and then this line is enough to trigger it. An F string with double curlies, I guess. Not even that, just empty triple F string. Yeah. Oh, but it's Jack VS Code? What the fuck is this issue? Oh, I paused my chat. Oops. I will read you in a second. Okay, catch up on chat. Error handling should happen on one thing that can fail, not on multiple ones. Yeah. Just so you have its own config directory? I don't know. I know it writes things to .jack. What image you got for me, Zithrius? No bits? From Bun's website, this is possibly the worst used by section I've ever seen. It's only missing Palantir. Oh my god. My Tailwind's okay. Palantir's implied. Baldi says, curious where you learn about Joseki doesn't seem very widely used. I am being paid to work on the project. Yeah. So I am finding things that are wrong with it by finding things that are wrong with it. What was I even trying to find before this crashed? Oh, we were trying to figure out why... We were trying to figure out why Rust was even involved. What the fuck does Nano think this file is? Also, the keyboard shortcuts are not what I want. Which is why I wrote my own fucking editor. Okay, Rust. Downloads the Rust toolchain. I guess it's to install Rust. Oh, this does the same shit. No! Why is there this useless comment here? Okay, well. What was that? Why did I see the word sudo? Oh my god. $600 seconds equals 10 minutes, just so you know. Yeah. In case you forgot how to multiply by 10. This is wild. It should never just blindly call sudo. By 10? Are you sure? But how many time is 900 seconds? It's 15 minutes because it's by 15. Or it's 1.5 minutes times 10. Still multiplied by 10. This code is wild. I'm gonna stop reading it and pretend I never saw it. But now we need to actually install bun without curl sh. Okay, Mr. Time Man, how many time is 69 seconds? Nice. Why was the first thing that popped in my head? Oh, you know, 60 seconds more than you need. Why does this run a bunch of fucking regedit shit? What is going on here? It's multiplied by 60 though? What? Oh, okay. Bun, Linux. Oh. It's like, where's the x64? What is the difference between any of these? We're just gonna take the vanilla one. Does not have the virtual environment? Oh, son of a bitch. That's not what I wanted. Wow, I have bun now. Okay. Let's try this use client thing again. Where did it install? Surely here? No. Where did it install? Surely in here? Thank goodness. Okay. Slightly better. But install -G, that's what I was worried about. That was what I was worried about. Kexit says 32-bit and 64-bit computers are things of the past. Let me introduce the 67-bit computer. Isn't it? I seem to remember a thing that like most 64-bit machines are actually just like 48-bit machines pretending. But maybe that's changed by now. But what the fuck do I know? Okay, we've installed Bun. Amazing. Where were we? We were in this tab. The use client template requires Bun for front-end bundling. That is not... Bun is... Okay. I'm just bothered by Bun bundling, even though Bun is not for bundling, but it's used for bundling. So this is like a weird accidental pun that isn't meant to be a pun, but could be misconstrued as a pun. Anyway. Cursed. You can delete the scaffolded main.jack. Well, what was in it? I'm gonna look at it before it gets deleted. Well, what happens if we run it? What happens if I just jack run? What the fuck? What the fuck is this error? Type error. Argument should be a stir or path-like object where double under fs path returns a stir, not none type. What is this? Jackrun // I mean, it shouldn't crash like this. Not a valid file. Very weird. Is there a pathlib subclass here? What does this code do? arg.create. What is this command line framework? Default is a keyword? Really? Oh, it's with entry. Doesn't seem like a keyword to me. Seems to work just fine. Weird. Okay, anyway, we need to actually get shit done. We need to get shit done. Robobato, hello, how's it going? Maybe jack run main.jack? That took a long time and then did nothing. What? Jag.toml, I don't, oh, we do actually see one of those. Entry point main.jack. Did it start it in the background? We got the chatbot. We have my Docker container. Okay, I don't see any other Pythons. My friend and I decided that the generation after Gen Z should be called Gen AI. Or is that Gen Al, but spelled with a capital I? What the fuck? I want to run this. How do run? How do run? This seems weirdly out of place. This seems weirdly out of place. I want to run it. I don't give a shit about deleting. I want to see what it does right now. Because I want to be able to improve it. What's in the README? Jack start. Oh. If I just run Jack start, does it work? Bracket cyan bracket. That's a weird one. That's a weird one. Sea swine. Hello, welcome, welcome. That's a capital I just to take the term back from the LLMs. Oh no. Gen Alpha, more like DGen Alpha. Robot just says, "What are you working on?" I am running through this tutorial for my other job. It's properly parsed by LLMs though, so it's good. Okay, well then. Why does it print this twice? That seems weird. WCGW. Wow, we have a hello world. Does it persist? No. Why it no persist? Okay, anyway. That took a long time to die. Why you no persist? Oh, because it just sets a local variable. Got it. Got it. Light LLM registered, ... doom, yeah. Yeah. Okay, anyway, we got this thing started. And now we're gonna delete main.jack. Also create an empty styles.css. I'm gonna not do that and see what happens. Anytime it tells me to do something suspicious like this, we're just gonna skip it. Let's see what happens. We'll fill it in part 4. We got a long way to get to part 4. Okay. Def pub functions as endpoints. Simply mark a function def pub and the compiler automatically generates an HTTP endpoint for it. Complete with request parsing, response, and API docs. But what about auth? Yeah. But what if you need to customize all this behavior? Jack functions activator is the API contract. The function's parameters define the request schema, and the return type defines the response format. When the return type is a typed object like task, the runtime automatically serializes all its fields. No manual dict construction needed. What if you need to customize it? I mean, this, like, the idea of typed interop is nice. I do like that, but I'm always worried about all these automatic things when there's no way to escape it. Step 1, Duax, Anthony, or what? Exactly. We're making some crud with unnecessary doc strings. This is almost certainly vibed. Yeah. Toggle task. Cool. Why does this return a dictionary? I see. Interesting. We also saw that this JID is like a kind of long string. So I wonder if there's a way to customize your ID format. I guess you could just attach a field. But there's no primary key. Is Joseki format docstring before function definition? Yeah, that's a good point. What happens if you put it inside? Missing semicolon. One warning. What's the warning? Docstrings and Jack go before the declaration, not inside the body. Move this string before the enclosing test can object, etc. That's weird. Wonder what who wins though. Well then. That's not exactly what I expected. The wrong one wins. And this one just gets disapparated. What? What? Amazing. Amazing. So docstrings just don't work in Jack at all. That seems like a problem. We found another problem, chat. Swerge Child, hello, hello. How's it going? Weird? Very weird. I mean, it's not very weird. Like, I suspect that Jason just didn't know that double inner doc exists. And that's the point of docstrings. Watching you work in this language like watching a slapstick comedy. Well, I think part of the problem is that I know too much about Python, and this thing smells like Python, and so it's very easy to just like poke at knowledge that's kind of weird and figure out why it is or isn't the way that it should be. And so in some ways, like this is something that you would have to know from doing really funky shit in oh wait, what the fuck? Wait. Wait, no, this is worse. This is even worse. Because this assigned it to the module docstring. Because it's still in the output. What happens if you have more than one function? Why does that one work? What? Oh. Oh, fuck. I know why. Because by doing docstrings outside the functions, they've accidentally made a syntax ambiguity. Because now there's no way to specify a module level docstring. Well, that's just a mistake in the language. Ashley, hello, hello. How's it going? Are you winning? If by losing, then winning. Well, that wasn't very smart, was it? Right? Schwarzschild says, I wasn't here for some time. What is going on with AI, if I may ask? We are running the tutorial of this programming language and finding all the things that are wrong with it. And yeah, part of it is doing LLM stuff. So at some point we'll do that. DL says, who reads doc strings anyway? Honestly, good question. Because I usually just assume they're wrong and then don't. Having it outside is a recipe for disaster in so many ways. Yeah. Yeah. I wonder if it supports not oh, that's not what I expected. What happens if it's single quotes? What if it's single quotes containing triple quotes? Oh, what if it's single quotes containing triple quotes? Interesting. Interesting. Unodos3 says, how did you get involved with this? One of the professors reached out to me on LinkedIn and was like, hey, I like your YouTube videos. Do you want to hop on a Zoom call and chat about a thing that we're working on? And I was like, well, I'm just up the road. I could just drive over and meet in person. And so I did. And then I've been working on the community aspects of this thing, even though I don't use it. But I have open source knowledge and project building knowledge and other shit around there. And so today we are running through this as somebody who knows too much about Python and not anything about this language. But we've definitely found some wacky shit with doc strings in a way that makes sense. Are there AI enthusiasts? Oh my god. You have no idea. You have no idea how many people are very gung-ho about this dumpster fire technology that is AI. And I am not one of those people. Ashley says I love Al. Is Al no, I'm just joking. Unless this is actually a lowercase L. No, that's a capital I. Okay, anyway. Doc strings being funky and syntax ambiguity. Hooray. Let's examine the new patterns used in this code. Collections. Lists work like in Python. Bless. Man, if they were different, we would have some problems. Dictionaries, also normal. This section is clearly aimed at somebody who hasn't programmed. That's fine. List comprehensions build lists in a single expression. Yeah. Oh, I see. This is the inner expression. This actually builds 3 lists, though. Builds this list, and then this list, and then this list. It's a little wasteful. Oh, but we can run it now. Jack, start again. Particularly Pythonic says, I want to live in your world where this is a genuine question. About are there AI enthusiasts? Pretty sure I can control click. 404! Hooray! Oh, but it just has /docs? That didn't work. What? Wyatt, no. I copied the code in, right? Yeah? Is there a difference between jackstart and jackstart main.jack? Do I need trailing slash? Okay, this just doesn't work. What about /graph? Does that one work? That one works. So why didn't the other one work? What? Yeah, man, I would like to be able to do this. However, I cannot. If you see address already in use, another process is using that port. Well, now I'm curious to see that error message and see if there's an opportunity to improve the error message. So let's start something on 8000 and see what it does. It picked a different port. Okay. So this, I think, is just not needed. What if we manually select the bad port? Port 8000. What? What? It shouldn't disobey me. Why did it just this should not be implicit. This should crash. I can see it if I don't specify port. It should crash if I explicitly ask for a port. But I'm now curious. Is it dash port here? No. B. Oh, it's just positional argument. I don't need to do that. So if we have 8000 and 8001. Come on, container. That was weird. 8000 and 8001. What does this do? Does it keep trying newer and newer ports? Oh, it does it linearly, it looks like. That's kind of clever. Oh, that's 8003. Light LLM custom logger registered, right, Pandoxer. Well, I don't use it extensively. I wonder what the opinions are. Is there something wrong with my question? Oh, it's just that there's a lot of like very heavy AI evangelists in a lot of like public dev spaces where people are, there are some people that are extremely passionate about this mess of a attack. Okay, anyway, looks like it does a linear scan on ports, which do you think it races? Do you think it races? I'm curious. There's a very common time of check, time of use bug here. Let's look at the code for it. Because there's an entire like set of we wrote a library called org p ephemeral port reserve, which is a way to acquire a port. Oh, I'm still a maintainer on it. Wow. Even though none of these people work at Yelp anymore. Actually, Kent still works at Yelp. Kent still works at Yelp, I think. Okay, where is the is in use? If current port does not equal port. Ah, it does have a number of retries. So it just tries up to 10 ports. Interesting. And then if it succeeds, then it stops. Got it. This line seems unnecessary. Oh wait, what is Jack's server? Oh, that's this thing here. This line seems like a bug. Not that it's unnecessary, but it seems like a bug. It shouldn't just randomly try port. Yeah. Anyway, interesting little thing. You might try localhost/openapi.json to see if the Swagger doc exists. Okay, we can try that. Openapi.json. Oh, it's not running anymore. Asset not found. Just a wild guess. What was the file that it told me to create earlier on? Is it styles.css? Style.css? Somewhere in here. Styles.css. It shouldn't make a difference, hopefully. Hopefully. Is that what we need to make docs appear? No. Okay, thank goodness. That would have been whack. All right, so I can't load the Swagger docs. Don't know why. Don't particularly care, but whatever. I wonder if it's from the package I uninstalled earlier, which adds the colors. What are its dependencies? None of those seem to be Swagger related. Nope. But now we get ugly colors, so we're gonna uninstall that because I don't want the colors. Okay, well, we'll just ignore that and move on, I guess. Yeah. It would be nice if that thing worked, but it did not work. It's possible that they disabled the redocs/docs endpoints. Oh, is it running Fast API under the hood? Yes, it is, I guess. What in the fucking cowards version is this shit? 0.121.3? And this is one of the most, if not the most popular Python, modern Python web framework? Is that an old version? Yeah, it is very old. Well, 10 maybe 10 versions behind. How old is that? Well, that's last November. Earlier this year? Yeah. Earlier within the last 12 months of now, but yeah. Okay, anyway, that's weird. We're gonna move on and let's just hope things work. Try it yourself. Add a get pending task that only returns task where done is false. Hint, here's the fucking answer. That's not a hint, that's just the goddamn answer. Oh, okay. I mean, we'll do it anyway. Because presumably, we'll need this later. I think I can do this, but the problem is I can't even fucking query this because the thing doesn't work. So we don't really know whether this works correctly. But it says /admin exists. What is this? Building admin client. Sure, there's a lot of writing code for a language that has the BLM directive. Yeah, but we don't know that yet. Sign in to continue. Mother. Well, what's the password? Surely it's just admin with no password, right? Maybe it's admin. Why is the password field not a password field? And no rate limiting too. Okay. Well, moving on. A reactive front end. So far you've been working on the server side. Well, I haven't because I didn't get it to work, but sure. Using JSX syntax similar to React without requiring a separate JavaScript toolchain or build system. Then why did we install Bun? Yeah. Add client thing to thing. I wonder if it does it live. I wonder if it does it live. If I just add this and then I refresh the page, it does not do it live apparently. Wow. Yeah, so it doesn't live update, which is kind of annoying. Unless it does. Seems like no. It's gonna be a really annoying dev loop if that's what you have to do. Especially if you have to wait for whatever the fuck this is. Okay, well that kind of sucks. Maybe we'll learn about that later. Has declares reactive state. Async can with entry. What? What's the can part of this? Runs when the component first mounts, like use effect on mount. Okay. You could also use effect. What is this? Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. Before building the UI, you need to understand lambdas. Jack's anonymous functions. Oh, we got multi-line lambdas, chat. Surely there's no bugs in these. Do they just work in normal code? If I just say lambda, do I have to annotate them? Oh fuck, I didn't mean to do that. One little misclick and the thing goes crazy. You do need to annotate them. Do I need return? I do. They're just fucking functions, I guess. Missing semicolon. Here? Yeah, okay. So I guess we got multi-line lambdas. Wolfred, hello, part-time streamer resumes Twitch career. I may be resuming my Twitch career in a big way. Maybe. It depends on, oh. No. Why won't you open the thing? Why won't you open the window? It depends on whether I get a new job. Which, also Wilfred. The tacos are out. X-Ray, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're doing well. But yeah, if I get this job, then yeah, we'll be streaming a lot more. Yeah. You saw the meat. Yeah. Okay, lambdas. We learned lambdas. Cool. E, any, arrow, none. Terrifying. Okay. Transparent server calls. Calls the server function as if it were local code. Oh, we got to run Jack2Py and see what this actually does. Because I'm kind of curious what all of the fucking... Where's the... we don't see the endpoint registration part at all. Which is fine, I guess. It's fine. Okay. In the way. You know you're getting that? I mean, I'm probably at least one of the favorites for it, but we'll see. We'll see. We will see. The boundary between the client and server becomes invisible, but where's the R? Rendering lists and conditionals. This renders a list of elements. Each item needs a unique key prop. What? Why? I'm not sure what this is teaching me. It also just kind of looks ugly. I don't fucking know what's going on there. Like, I guess this is what the, like, loops would be in JSX. But anyway, okay. Building the front end step. Now that you understand the individual pieces, well, I wouldn't say that I understand all these, but sure. Time to assemble them in a working component. Add CL import styles after your existing imports. And start with the input, add button, and basic task list. Sure. After your existing import. Do we only have one? We don't have any import. Although, did it tell us to add an import? It probably told us to add an import. So we're gonna ignore the result again. Let's try this, see what happens. Something fucking crashed. Identifier app has already been declared. Then why did it successfully start? What does it actually do? Oh, I killed it too quickly. Yeah, what does it do? What did it do? What did it do? 503! Amazing. Okay. Okay. Because we have two of these. Weird that it doesn't just override the second one with the first one. But, I mean, an error is good, but less nonsense one would be helpful. Also, it's just pointing at some fucking random piece of code here. Yeah. So definitely something to fix there. What needs to be done today? Fuck all. Wow, we have a task. Nothing. Can I visit /docs now? What the fuck? Does it let me just visit anything? Well, that's not what the people want. Well, does graph still work? Graph does. This thing's fun to play with. Why is this one green? Oh, because I've clicked on it? Interesting. Interesting. I don't like that. Okay. Anyway. Let's read what code we actually copy pasted here. We have tasks, which is our state thing. Async can with entry. I still don't really understand what the can part of this is. Like, my brain is just thinking tin can, which is definitely not right. Because this isn't really an ability. It's just like a shit that happens on load thing. But why are the keywords the ones that they chose to? Because like this already has a meaning in this language, which is module scope code. But this is not at the module scope, it's inside of a function. So that seems fucking weird. Can you put with entry inside of a function? What does this do? Name entry is not defined. What about can with entry? What did this do? What did this do? What? Oh, this is also interesting. The lambda compiles to this. It should probably del this afterward. Ability entry 5.5. So it is an ability, but why is it an ability? I don't know. I don't understand it. So I'm suspicious of it. Okay, but anyway. Input. I feel like this should have just been a form with a submit button, and then you don't need this key press. Or this. Or this. And then you just retrieve. Yeah, okay, but anyway, this works. It's just weird. It works, it's just weird. Okay. This is already functional, it's true. Add toggle and delete. Now add checkboxes, delete buttons, and a task counter. Oh, my laundry's done. I need to move my laundry. I don't understand it, so I'm suspicious of it. Literally me, but my skill level is not high enough for it to be a boon rather than a bane. Yeah. I'm gonna move my laundry, and then we're gonna copy paste this next, I guess. So I will be right back. All right, I am back. Thanks for the laundry reminder. My dishwasher's done now and needs opening. Nice, nice. Okay, we're adding shit here. Yeah. We're just gonna copy paste all this because it seems fine. The question is, if I just add it in place, will it need me to restart? Hi back, welcome back, exactly. No, I have to restart. And then we have to wait. It's super annoying. I shouldn't need to restart. Wow, what happens if I check the... Oh. Oh, it's right. Hi. Hello. We have to be very, very specific. Click on it. I don't know why the click doesn't always seem to work. Oh. Oh, I know why. I know why. I know exactly why. Because the actual hitbox is offset in the same way that the mouse shit is offset. So the X button is actually way the fuck over here. Oh my god, that's so fucking annoying. Fucking kernel nonsense garbage strikes again. Okay, anyway. Several important patterns. List comprehensions, transform, and filter lists in line. Why is that? Why is that new? I feel like that's not new. It's also interesting that this just assumes that the remote state hasn't changed in another window, but that's just client logic in general. Replacing items in a list uses updated if JID is this. Since toggle task returns the updated task directly, you can swap it in place. Crucial for immutable state updates. What does that mean? This here? Why does this need to happen at all? Why not just this? I guess because this is an HP request and this is not? But what the fuck does this have to do with immutable updates? That doesn't make any sense. This is literally a mutation. Okay, well, don't really know, but that's fine. Plus, creates a new list with the item appended rather than mutating the existing list. This immutability is important because the reactor system needs to detect that the list has changed. This seems really weird. It seems like it'd be really easy to fuck up. Seems like it'd be really easy to fuck up. Where is even the plus list part? Add new task. Here. Yeah. Like, what happens if you append instead? Does it just not work? Oh, of course. I was just like, oh, I'm in JavaScript land. We use JavaScript comments. No, we're not in JavaScript land. We're in We're jacking around. So list comprehensions are like overloaded or something weird? What's actually going on here? It seemed to work fine with appends. Right? Am I missing something? I don't know. Why? This seemed to work fine, right? Maybe I'm missing something. I feel like if a thing is like important things to note, this is why it's done, and then you don't need to do it. Either I'm missing something or this is just fucking wrong. Seems like the doc slide. Yeah, I don't really know what's going on there. We're just gonna ignore it and move on. Add styles. I don't need styles. Why do we need styles? Can I do them inline? Can I just do like CL squack it, curly squack it? No. Apparently not. What was the styles import? Styles.css. It's really annoying that you have to restart the server every time. Like, that's one of the most frustrating parts about doing front end, and it's not implemented at all. CL import. I guess I gotta add that to my thing. Fine, we'll fucking add it. Having to restart every time though sucks. Easy Light, hello. How's it going? If that was needed, it would be such a hacky way to architect this. I agree. I also think we're not going to get to the AI portion again. Wow, look, it has colors. Can I drag them? No. Wow. You apparently cannot add something if it just has white space. Neat. How does that even work though? Add new task. If task text.strip. Okay. Continuing on. We have styles. Wow. Data persisted, yeah. Via pickle. What I learned. It's weird that the import system is also has a side effect of doing CSS parsing. Like, how does it? That seems weird to me. This seems weird to me also. I mean, this makes sense. Yeah, this doesn't seem to actually match what I understand about the things. So something is different here that the tutorial asserts that isn't the way that it works. 15 stream streak, nice, Wusa. Yeah. Add a clear all. How about nah? Making it smart with AI. How long does this go for? I think we are going to leave the AI for next time. And the OSP stuff for next time. Because there's a lot left. And I am hungry for lunch. Or maybe a snack, because it's kind of late for lunch. So I think I'm going to stop here. And I know the title is a lie. But surely next time we will get to this. And actually, I'm going to move this in my home directory so that... Oh, this is going to be super fucking annoying. So that it persists. Why do I have this here? Because I guess I was working on it last time. Yeah. Okay. Clickbait. It wasn't clickbait. It sounds like cope. Cope is the real answer. It's not clickbait, it's cope. All right, anyway, that's grab us over today. My name is Anthony. I upload educational content to my YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/AnthonyWritesCode. So go check out why Light LM got hacked and also jazz band death. And I swear I'm not a drama channel. I'm trying to not be a drama channel. Fuck. There's just been so much drama. Okay, no, I promise next week's video will be educational. Join the Discord. That's where we announce streams. That's where we hang out. Oh, and the VODs channel, of course, as well, at anthonywritescode-vods, where I upload the stream VODs. So if you missed this, it'll show up there eventually. Yeah. Anyway, that's gonna wrap us up for today. Thank you all for stopping by. Have a good one, chat. I'll see you around. Peace.